Seeing Claire so panicked, Charlie smiled reassuringly. Honey, don't worry about the villa. Mr. White isn't going to cause any trouble. Jacob kept shaking his head. No, this is wrong. Last time you helped the Knox family with their energy alignment, and they spent millions on those shells. Now the White family is coming to you? These are two of the most powerful families in Oris Hill City. You barely know anything about energy alignment. Sooner or later, this is going to blow up in our faces. If they decide you've scammed them, our whole family will be dragged down with you, he added hurriedly. You should give the villa back to the White family right away. Otherwise, if they come looking to settle the score later, we're all done for. Just then, Elaine blurted out, "Give it back! Are you kidding me? This huge villa was a gift to Charlie from Mr. White. He didn't steal it. Why on earth would we give it back? From now on, this is our home, our villa." Elaine had never dreamed in her life that she would get to live in such a luxurious place. Now that they had it, the thought of giving it back, like Jacob suggested, was almost too much to bear. It felt like he was trying to kill her. Claire cried out in frustration, "Mom, we can't just accept something like this. It's going to cause huge problems later on." "Trouble my butt," Elaine snorted. She then looked at Charlie, her tone shifting completely. "Wow, Charlie, I never knew you had it in you to land us a huge villa." A huge smile spread across Elaine's face. "You really are a good son-in-law after all. If you'd started doing this energy alignment stuff for people sooner, we'd have been rich a long time ago." Jacob couldn't take it anymore. "Honey, this isn't about the villa itself. Even if Charlie did do some energy alignment for them, how can he accept a whole mansion for it? What happens if the White family changes their mind later? Won't they come after us?" Elaine practically jumped 3 feet in the air, pointing a finger right in Jacob's face. "Don't you start with that nonsense. I have been poor my entire life with you. Now, I finally have the chance to live in a big mansion, and you want to throw it away? I'm telling you, if you dare make Charlie return this villa, I will divorce you. You're just throwing away a golden opportunity. You have no sense about money." Jacob was so furious he could barely speak, and he collapsed onto the sofa. Charlie smiled. "Dad, don't worry. No one is taking this villa away. Good son-in-law. You really know what you're doing." Elaine beamed, walking around the room, touching the antiques and admiring the paintings and artistic penmanship. She was overjoyed. "Just wait until Noah sees this. Now I live in a huge mansion, while they can only afford a little apartment somewhere. After 30 long years in that rundown house, it's finally our turn." Claire couldn't listen to this anymore. She pulled Charlie aside and whispering, "Tell me the truth. What is really going on?" Charlie said, "Honey, don't worry. I promise, I came by it honestly. It's just, I can't really explain everything right now. I'll tell you the whole story when I get the chance, in the future. If you say there's a good reason, then I believe you." Claire thought for a moment before adding, "But please, don't do any more of this energy alignment stuff so Dad and I don't have to worry." Charlie seized the moment, taking her hand. "Don't worry," he said softly. "I won't do anything that makes you worry. Besides, your dad keeps bugging us about having kids. What would you do if something happened to me?" "Oh, stop it." Claire blushed and quickly pulled her hand away. Just then, Elaine came happily down the stairs. "When I get back from my trip next week, I'm going to call everyone I know and have them come over to see the huge villa I bought." Claire said, "Mom, the villa was a gift to Charlie." Elaine waved a hand dismissively. "He's our son-in-law, which means his villa is our villa too." Elaine triumphantly waved the bracelet on her wrist. "I already posted it on my social media feed. Look, this bracelet and the huge villa. Everyone is going to be so jealous." Charlie glanced at Elaine's bracelet. Christian had given it to him, and he'd planned on giving it to Claire. He hated that his mother-in-law had ended up with it instead. Gerald stood in the hall, relaying what he'd heard over the phone to his father. After he finished, he hesitated, then looked up. "Dad, has Uncle Salmon lost his mind? A villa that expensive and he just gives it away to that idiot Charlie without ever even staying in it? You have to talk some sense into him." Gerald's father sat in an imposing Grand Master's chair, his expression serious. When Gerald first reported that his uncle had given the villa to Charlie, he hadn't believed it. He'd even called his older brother Salman to confirm. He was shocked to find out it was true. What's more, Salman had been vague about why he gave the villa away, just saying he owed Charlie a favor. What kind of favor could make the notoriously stingy Salman give away such an expensive mansion? Gerald's father said with a cold expression, "I've already spoken to your uncle. He seems very set on his decision. Getting him to take the villa back is unlikely." Gerald gritted his teeth. "Dad, do you think there's something up with this Charlie guy? We've been looking into him for so long, but we can't find anything real on him. It's strange." Gerald's father thought for a moment, then said slowly, "Your uncle has been a sharp businessman his whole life. He wouldn't do something like this for Charlie for no reason. So whatever is going on with Charlie, the bottom line is this: you are not to provoke him anytime soon. I'll talk to your uncle tonight and see if I can find out more about this guy's background." Okay. Meanwhile, Noah and his family were complaining to Mrs. Wilson. Wendy sniffled, tears in her eyes. "Grandma, I don't know how he did it, but Charlie somehow tricked the White family into giving him their villa in Thompson. It's worth over $100 million. And after he got it, he didn't even have the decency to offer it to you. He just kicked our family out. How could he do that?" Mrs. Wilson sat at the head of the table, her expression stern. She let out a cold snort, clearly displeased. "That boy Charlie has no respect for the rules." "Exactly, Mom. He's shameless," Noah said with a serious face. "As a son-in-law of the Wilson family, he should know that anything good that comes to this family should go to you first. Your villa is in a bad location, and it's old and outdated. It should have been replaced a long time ago. If he had any respect for you, he would have immediately offered you the villa. He should have let you enjoy it first." The moment he said that, Mrs. Wilson's eyes lit up. She had lived in the Wilson villa for over 10 years. While it looked impressive from the outside, it was an old property. On top of that, it was in a bad neighborhood, so it would probably only sell for $10 to $20 million. The Thompson villa was 100 times better. Mrs. Wilson was extremely greedy, but since she was broke, she could never afford a place like that. But now, hearing from Noah that Charlie had the biggest villa in the Thompson estates, she was convinced that she, as the head of the family, was the one who deserved to live there. While Mrs. Wilson was daydreaming about living in the Thompson villa, Noah rubbed his hands together and said with a sigh, "Mom, I'm thinking about sending someone to Eastcliff soon to invite Elsa's family for a visit. Then we can subtly suggest that they get Elsa and Harold engaged. What do you think?" "The Gardner family," Mrs. Wilson sighed. "The last time, Harold just abandoned Elsa and ran off. I'm sure she has a very low opinion of him now." Noah said, "I think that's a minor issue. Our families complement each other. What really matters to them is future business prospects. Even though the Wilson family isn't on the same level as the Gardner family, we landed that contract with the M. Grand Group. Our future collaboration looks promising. The Gardner family might just agree to the marriage." Mrs. Wilson thought for a moment, then nodded. "In that case, go ahead and invite them. See if the Gardner family is interested in visiting us here in Orris Hill." "Okay." Noah quickly added, "Mom, the Gardner family is a big deal. If we don't have a respectable villa, we'll lose face in front of them. That can't happen." He continued, "If you can get that Thompson villa from Charlie, then when the Gardner family visits, seeing a place like that will make them look at our Wilson family with more respect, don't you think?" Mrs. Wilson nodded. Appearances are everything. Living in a villa worth over $100 million would definitely boost the family's reputation. Besides, she was already secretly wanting Charlie's Thompson villa. This was the perfect excuse to go after it. So she announced majestically, Have Jacob's family come to the old house tomorrow. I'll speak to them myself." Harold and his family exchanged delighted glances. Jacob's family depended on the company for their income, and they were under the family's control. When Mrs. Wilson gives an order, how could they possibly refuse? If Mrs. Wilson demands they hand over the villa, would they dare to say a single word against it? Knowing Mrs. Wilson's favoritism towards her own household, once that villa is out of Charlie's hands, it will belong to them. Early the next morning, Jacob, his daughter, and his son-in-law rushed over to the Wilson family's old house. Claire opened the car door and asked, "Dad, Grandma specifically asked for you. Did she say what it was about?" "We'll find out when we get there," Jacob said. "And your Uncle Noah is going to be there too." Charlie frowned. Seeing the way this was shaping up, it didn't seem like anything good was about to happen. Claire said, "What else could it be?" "I bet it's about the villa. Charlie will explain everything about the villa to your grandma in a little while," Jacob said, not thinking much of it. He got into the car and urged Charlie to drive. At 9:30, the car pulled up to the Wilsons' old house. The family walked into the main hall, and Charlie glanced around, frowning slightly. He saw Mrs. Wilson sitting in the main chair at the head of the room, with Noah standing right beside her. Harold and his sister stood on the other side. On top of that, several older relatives from the Wilson family were seated along both sides of the room, and a few of the younger family members stood behind them, all of them staring at Jacob's family as they entered. It felt like they were setting up a full-blown family tribunal. Jacob, true to his nature, was an honest and straightforward man. He wasn't one for confrontation and couldn't argue his way out of a paper bag.
To know more, listen to the audio series Heir in Hiding, only on the Pocket FM app.